And we're live. Oh crap, did I put my phone on silent? It is, okay. Woo. Just had to check. I got scratched up by a kitty cat. He was not happy with me brushing his hair.
Oh, I was going to say, did you have to give him a bath, or was it just
No, not a bath.
Okay, just a brush?
He's just a butt about his nails and getting his floof brushed out.
Oh, like my Kenja with her nails.
Oh, yeah. Although, actually, Stormy hurts me worse than Kenja. Stormy's worse.
It's because Kenja can't bite through them.
So, yeah. Well, but these were just claws. And that was after I trimmed them.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were just letting you know. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, he did the angry bunny kicks of death. She usually is here when her insurance is not.
All right, we're going to go ahead and call the July 21st regular board meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Mr. Turner?
Yes.
We originally were supposed to have Keenan's brother, but he's not going to make it tonight. But I do have John Cross from St. Peter's Lutheran Church in Illinois. So, John?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening with grateful hearts, knowing that every good gift comes from you. Help us to understand that true wisdom begins with reverence for you. We thank you for the freedoms we enjoy and cherish here in America, for the opportunities to gather together, and for all those who have accepted the call and responsibility to serve Logan County and its citizens. Well, Lord, we pray for your blessing upon our meeting tonight. We ask for your wisdom, guidance, and discernment as we consider the matters and issues before us. Help us to all listen with respect, speak with integrity, and make decisions that promote justice, fairness, and the well-being of everyone. Grant to us patience in our discussions, unity where perspectives differ, and the courage to do what's right even when it's difficult to do. May the board work to reflect a faithful commitment to public trust and common good. Well, Lord, we thank you for this wonderful county in which we live. You have blessed us with many resources and people with hearts for serving. Watch over our first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, all emergency personnel, healthcare providers, teachers, military members, and all public servants and volunteers. Protect all of them as they protect all of us. Bless our families, our businesses, farms, schools, churches, neighborhoods, and each of our small communities here in Logan County. Fill our youth with hope for the future and the desire to use and share their gifts in helping making a positive difference in the world today. Oh God, your word reminds us in James chapter 1, verse 5, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault. We pray you provide that wisdom tonight, and above all, may everything done at this meeting honor you and contribute to the betterment of those we have been called to serve. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Mr. Senator, for this pledge, please. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Mr. Leesman? Mr. Nelson? Present. Mr. Sanders? Mr. Schmidt? Mr. Turner? Here. Mr. Westman?
All right, next we'll do the introduction of guests. So usually what we do is if you want to introduce yourself, it's no obligation to do so, but feel free to introduce yourself if you'd like to. Anybody? I'll acknowledge Mr. Green from the zoning office. All right. And, oh, sorry. And Kelly, I'm sorry. Kelly Elias. Who else is back there? Raise your hand. Yeah, if you want to just go ahead.
Oh, am I speaking now?
You waved your hand, so I thought you wanted, this is introduction of guests. If you want to say who you are, where you're from, why you're here, that's great.
Oh, I'm sorry. Kelly Aylesworth from between Mount Pulaski and Latham, the Christmas Tree Farm.
All right,
Say a word about the data center.
all right, very good. Anybody else? And I see the chair of the Republican Party from Logan County, Cindy Gleason, sir. Thank you for being with us. All right, moving on. Entertained motion to approve the consent agenda. All right, Mr. Nelson makes a motion to approve the consent agenda, seconded by Mr. Bauer, sorry, almost. Any discussion? Mr. Leesman.
Can you speak up?
Oh, I was asking from the consent agenda if the Abraham Lincoln Foundation had any raffles which was coming up at the end of the week. I wanted to be sure that that was.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, so let's hold it off that and we'll come to that. If that's right. So any other question on the consent agenda as listed? Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, see none.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders? Yes. Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westman?
Next, we'll move on to public comment. So the way public comment works, for those of you who are new here with us, we'll give you 3 minutes. Feel free to, obviously say whatever you want to say. I'm going to ask that you be respectful. I'm going to ask that you keep the quorum. So far, we've done that. I think in the most part, except maybe 1 or 2 committee meetings, for the most part, we've done that. So I appreciate that. I understand whatever topics you may bring to the county board are heated, and I understand your passion about those, and we respect that. I would just ask that we respect each other. So there is a sign-up sheet at the back. So if you've signed in, I'm just going to go down those names, and we'll go from there.
I just remember.
Matt, what did you do? Oh, no, sorry, no comment. Rachel Steckman, sorry. Yes, Steckman.
I just wanted to update everyone on the 5 overdue FOIA requests that the board has yet to fulfill, just for me and one other person. And I want to also make sure that everyone knows this is absolutely no shade to the brand new secretary, as she was just hired on. But I know that there are at least 2 other FOIA trained board members, and legally there is no excuse for you to have allowed them to sit this long. And I want to ask, how can you expect us to trust you to keep an enormous corporation like HUD 8 in check if you can't even get your act together for the most simple of tasks like fulfilling FOIA requests? That was it.
All right, very good. Kelly Ainsworth?
Aylesworth.
Ainsworth, yep,
brought visual aids, sorry. Speech communication major. All right. All right, one of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to ugly cry, or I'm going to need bail money. And since I really hate crying, hopefully I can simply tell you all to go to hell in a way that will make you enjoy the trip. My name is Kelly Aylesworth, and my family has a Christmas tree farm 1.5 miles from the proposed monstrosity of a data center. And you need to know that the obvious is that my family and neighbors do not want it. Now, the people here that are also against it, if you want to do this, you want to start an annoying hum while I'm speaking for my 3 minutes, not quite 3 minutes, that'd be great. You can just start a hum, whatever, and continue until I'm done, because if I got to put up with it, they should too. All right, I just wanted to show you a few things. This is water straight from our faucet. Awesome well water. You can drink it. Our clothes don't turn yellow when you wash them. Might not work. But I just wanted you to see that. These are flowers from around our house. Just a few. We won't have these flowers anymore because there won't be any bees. Brought some vegetables from our garden. We won't have that either because we need pollinators for that. And the soil will probably be ruined. These are also just two of many ribbons that my daughter has won from showing horses. She has a horse and a donkey. This might not work. She has a horse and a donkey outside, and if anything happens to them because they're like her emotional support animals, there will be hell to pay. We have, oh, and by the way, if anything happens to the animals, we know it's from that infrasound that we can't hear, but the animals can. And that kind of worries me more than anything. We have a 25-acre tree farm that we've worked hard for 30 plus years cleaning up and improving. We've worked really hard. We don't want the sight, sounds, or smells from this piece of crap data center. And you know, HUD 8 is kind of like the pimps. They have the county board as their prostitutes doing all their dirty work, screwing everybody over, while they sit back, laugh, and rake in the money. The prostitutes or county board doesn't even realize how badly they're being lied to and have been lied to and screwed over as they destroy families, friends, and livelihoods. You've been presented with solid research and evidence that you choose to ignore. You should be sued for reckless endangerment, which is a criminal offense of engaging in conduct that creates a substantial risk of serious injury or death. It's the conscious disregard for others' safety. Shame on you. The majority don't want it, yet the minority have clearly accepted bribes and are running the show. When you die and meet God, He may forgive you, but He's still sending you straight to hell where you belong. So in conclusion, to anyone in favor of this, damn you all to hell. That's all I got.
Ms. Edwards? Ms. Edwards?
Hi, can everybody hear me? Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm Kelly's neighbor, so the plots that you see on the maps for the land that HUD 8 wants. My house, from where the buildings are going to go, my house is 1 mile from the substation. That's clocked on my car number, so I think the buildings are going to be about 0.75 miles from my house. This is Leanna Township. And I think the extra land that they're now wanting, part of that land is going to be a half a mile from my house. So we know that the data center is proposed to be about 500 megawatts. It's in the same area of Logan County that was chosen to construct 3 windmills. So this area is very windy, very breezy. What travels on the breeze? Sound, dust, chemicals, noise. This stuff all travels out there. It's not going to stay put. It's going to travel to my neighborhood and to other neighborhoods, whatever contaminants are planted out there. We know that AI data center noise is louder than what's normal in a rural setting, right? Residents' reports are all over the internet. These are reports, not Facebook posts. These are reports that were written by actual reporters who interviewed people. Residents near centers report insomnia, headaches, ear pressure, elevated stress, anxiety, persistent feelings that their home has become industrialized. Cortisol spikes. Does anyone know what that is?
Stress.
Cortisol spikes. One's body has cortisol that rises to protect them from stress. That can be environmental stresses of various kinds, right? Like constant noise. I have something called Addison's disease, and I'm going to be living very, very close to this. My cortisol stays way too low. Requires medicine to replace cortisol. And during times of stress to one's body, which you can't predict what's going to be a stress and what isn't, right? I can experience dizziness, exhaustion, need for rest and electrolytes, insomnia, low blood pressure. And then there's also another factor to Addison's disease, a life-threatening situation called adrenal crisis, super low cortisol. The person can experience high or low blood pressure, vomiting, stroke-like symptoms, passing out, and they must have an emergency injection to stay alive. So will data center noise affect me in this manner? I don't know, but I don't want to find out. That's the problem. So I think we need to take a step back and do whatever we can to squash this project, to delay this project, and think about the health and safety of the residents who want to continue living in their own homes. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Edwards. All right, we've reached the end of public comment, or reached the end of the list of public comment. Action items. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Conahan.
First up is a motion to approve the RFP for the John D. Logan building.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Westbecker, any discussion? Mr. Nelson?
Just clarify the RFP is for
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any discussion? All right, seeing none?
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Lunt?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Leisman?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yeah. Mr. Conahan?
Next up is a motion to hire Chris Neville for the part-time facilities worker.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Coolman, any discussion? Any discussion? Mr. Leeson?
Were you able to clarify some of the use of equipment that was going to be necessary for this job?
Yes, so Chief Deputy Ferris called this afternoon, and I'll let him explain it. I want to make sure that it gets articulated correctly, but the sheriff's office is going to work with us on equipment. And then spoke with Mr. Westbecker. There's some equipment that the board already owns, such as trimmers and things like that. They're going to do an inventory and find out who owns what, I guess, and then see if we can share something or if we can buy something additional. Sounds like the most important thing is probably going to be trading and having a conversation. But I'll let the chief explain what came of the conversation with the sheriff today.
After talking to the sheriff today, we discussed basically everything before. That has changed a little bit over the last month here. So we bought a zero-turn rear injection lawnmower that your new maintenance guy, so hire him to be able to use. The sheriff and I are willing to donate the tractor we got from ALMH when they closed on 8th Street there. It's a lawn tractor with a snow blower in front of it. It has 74 hours on it, brand new. The only thing that is we'd like for you guys to store it. So right now it's in a location where, oh my my new lawnmower sitting here. Okay. We talked about snow removal. The sheriff and I felt that basically having, you guys getting a truck, or putting a plow in front of that truck, we'll continue to take care of the heavy snow removal in the parking lots. So it would be up to your maintenance man to take care of like salting the sidewalks, and then utilizing the snow blower on this tractor. There is some maintenance with that tractor. I mean, if it's sitting for a while, probably new battery, we're having to go through it, or we'll do that. So as far as the trailer goes, we have 2 trailers right now. One of them is usually utilized for storage. I guess we've been asking you guys to buy a trailer, but for snow removal, and then a lawnmower, and then giving you that other lawnmower that has a bed. Right now, it's going to have a snowblower on it. We'll be giving that to you. So that's where we're at today. Any questions at all?
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any other stuff? Mr. Nelson?
The one about it, this position is no more than 1,000 hours a year, correct?
Yeah, we already discussed that.
Any other discussion? And I will make a comment. I appreciate the sheriff's office and support and use of equipment, so I do appreciate that. I still think we probably should, before, if the need comes, before we go buying a piece of equipment, if we can have a subcontractor and then individual can manage the subcontractor for us, subcontract for maybe certain things. If we need that, then we do that. And simply, before we start buying a piece of equipment, things like that, I still think that would be helpful in the process. This individual, part of their responsibility is to manage that. That's great. Appreciate the sheriff's cooperation, but things break down, and I just think that should be something that we should continue to look at, just to make sure that we don't overexpend lots of things. But that would be my opinion. Mr. Westbrook?
That is, one thing you got to take into consideration is that you got maintenance, storage, and everything else. There's a lot of things to start buying.
Yes. Any other discussion? All right, so no.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbeck?
Yes.
Mr. Connie, anything else on buildings and grounds?
That's it for me.
All right, moving on to executive personnel, Mr. Nelson.
All right, Mr. Chair, I have one item tonight, motion to approve increasing the Logan County Health Insurance contribution for family plan up to $1,500 deductible to $1,560 for the current Blue Cross Blue Shield County contract.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Canower, any discussion? Mr. Connie?
That's my understanding, but this is, there was something happened with the broker, right? Which is what caused us.
So, if I can, yeah, so whether, and they're trying to figure that out. So whether there's internal communication with the broker, whether Blue Cross Blue Shield changed something at the last minute, whether the conversion, because every year the plan's different, how those blend together. So we have, I know Mr. Nelson and Penny met with the broker. I have met separately with the broker and charged them to figure out what was wrong, because I said, we're obviously happy to do it to keep our employees whole, but we expect more, and we expect you to make it right. And so the response that I got was, we're on it, we're trying to figure that out, and we'll do that. I don't know, Mr. Nelson, if you,
No, please.
okay, so,
So are we going to be asking them for compensation back for the?
I don't know if we're gonna ask the compensation back. I don't know if it'll come back in renewal, next year, if there's gonna be some sort of credit. Because I don't know that they know exactly what happened, right? So I think that's gonna dictate what we do next, but they're on notice that, we obviously budgeted a plan, even though it's only an extra $1,500, it's still important to us because we don't want to see anything else, right? So I think once we figure out what went wrong and reverse engineer, then I think we can know what we can demand in response and what we'll determine is appropriate response.
Well, I'm sure
But just to answer your question, though, they know they're tasked with figuring that out. And they've represented the Delta. Any other discussion on the motion? Any other discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. West? Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes.
That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
All right, moving on to finance. Mr. Coolman.
Mr. Chair, I have 8 items. First item, motion to approve the board credit card for Angela Sullivan, board secretary, with a $2,000 limit.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Conahan, any discussion? Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion? Mr. Conahan?
I would make sure that we get a copy of the contract policy, or the credit card policy signed by Ms. Sullivan and have that put in her personal file. As we've asked for other departments around the credit card. In fact, that's something we need to follow up on, but I would like to make that contingent upon that being signed and put in her personnel file.
Sure. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes. Mr. Coolman.
Item 2, motion to approve the bellwether budget service agreement for Logan County for fiscal year 27.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Nelson? Any discussion? Mr. Conahan?
I looked over the agreement that Mr. Smith had sent this weekend. I'm going to vote for it this year, but next year I think we need to try to get this in-house for $12,000. Holistically looking at it, some of this stuff that the previous board handled, and I think Bellwether's been great to work with so far, but we can save the taxpayer $12,000. We do the budget ourselves. That way we're kind of more in tune with the department's needs versus having a third party. Some of these budget amendments, such as probation, I wasn't aware that there was even an issue, in there until a few months ago, and then we're just not getting to address it. But I think there's a piece that we're missing out on. We aren't heavily involved in some of those negotiations and talks with the department head. So just some food for thought, because I know we're running, budget talks we're starting now, earlier, typically, but I'd like to see it come back to the board to take care of.
Yeah, some history on that, having done a couple budgets and been on finance, I think at some point we, from an overall management, swallowing the elephant whole, right? And the idea was, I think, when we brought Bellwether on, the idea was presented that they helped streamline some things and make right-size some issues. So if we've done that for a couple of years and we feel that they have helped maybe plug in some gaps or look over our shoulder, find out maybe some things that were off and we're maybe right back where we need to be, then perhaps that, to your point, is something that we can take on again, right? They've been, I don't say the specter on our shoulder, but I think something that is looked over to make sure that things were appropriately allocated, right size, benchmark, kind of look for excess where maybe, we can put it back in the general fund rather than have a line item and not be spent. If we've got a handle on that now, having done that, your point's well taken. But I think initially that's why Bellwether, as I recall, was brought in. If anybody on the board remembers differently, please correct me. Historically, I think that's why we tracked that. Any other discussion? Any other discussion on the motion? Any other discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes. Mr. Coolman.
Item 3 and item 6 are combined, just as a function of how the resolution was put together, to go with resolution 59. Motion to approve resolution LO 252659. Probation budget amendment to move $9,000 out of contingency fund with the probation budget. And the second part of that is budget amendment for building and grounds for a facilities worker, $15,000 from the courthouse contraction.
All right. Is there a second on that motion? Yes, Mr. Bennett. Oh, sorry. Second.
Just to clarify, combine two motions in one, or just one?
They're both on resolution 59. I think it was
Okay.
recycled under 60. It's not done currently.
Yeah, so just for clarity, the budget amendment, LO 2659 covers the two budget amendments.
Yeah, that's correct.
List is number 3 and number 6. So we have a second on the motion from Mr. Conahan. Any other discussion on that motion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Coolman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower? Yes. Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman? Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes. Mr. Coolman, you back up.
Item 4, motion to approve circuit clerk's compensation to $95,000.
There's a second on the motion, Mr. Nelson. Any discussion? Mr. Sanders?
I will not be voting for this. I think $20,000 or $20,000 difference between circuit clerk and the other elected officials. The treasurer and the county clerk. I think that's way too much. It's not fair to the other offices.
All right. Any other discussion, Mr. Conahan?
I'd like to make a motion to give a cost of living raise for this year at 2.8%.
We've got to finish what we're on now, unless you're amending.
Yeah,
You're going to amend the 95,000 to just make it a cost of living.
yes.
So the motion, so the amendment is to take the $95,000 and strike that and adjust the compensation for the cost of living. At what percentage, Mr. Conahan?
Yeah, 2.8%. I can give you a figure in a minute. I think it's $3,200. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So $2,240. So that would make the,
$2,240.
yeah, that would be the cost of living increase. And the only reason
So I just want to make sure, before you give a justification, I want to make sure I understand your motion. So your motion is to amend the compensation to adjust for a COLA of $2,244, which would actually adjust the compensation to $82,240. Is that correct?
yes.
All right. Is there a second on that amendment? All right, so Mr. Keaton will second that amendment for discussion. So I assume you have discussion, Mr. Policeman?
Yeah, so would this be, my understanding is that this is for the last merit increase, so it's 2.8% total and not year over year, which would be 2 years.
The 2.8 would be until the end of the term. So this 2,240 would be until the end of the current term for the office.
So it's not taking prior 2 years into consideration.
No, because it's my understanding, I wasn't on the board at that time, but the $5,000 raise was given 2 years ago. And that was, from what I gathered, was for the cost of living. So when you evaluating the assessor, over her 4 years, she got a $5,000 raise for cost of living, and then an additional $5,000 for additional duties handling GIS. So essentially, this office, the circuit clerk, had already gotten, like, by giving that raise when the board did, they already, it seems to me like they already gave the cost of living, most of it, then. So this 2.8% would be the remainder to hold it over until the end of the term.
And I just want to be sure when we're talking about this, we have to talk about the office, not the individual. And we can't talk about any side material. I just want to be clear to follow the conversation. Those are two things in the box that are outside the limits. So, any other discussion? Mr. Nelson.
I just wanted to add, so clarification, Kelly, you have received 2022 was the last time you got that raise, or was it 23?
I can't hear what you're saying, I'm sorry.
When that $5,000 pay increase, was that 2022?
It's done in 22, effective in 23, that's correct.
So when I looked at the average full increase for 2026 was 2.8, 2025 was 2.9, 2024 is 3.2. What we also did with other numbers that we took the average full increase for the next 4 years and we added that currently since they would miss out on that. So when you do the next 4 years, you did the average of 2.8, so that would be $8,960, bringing the total to $88,960, which would be set for the next 4 years for the board, and then that would increase what you're talking about, 2.8% that's currently in 2026. But if I went back to 2023, the full increase was 8.7, which would turn the average over the past 4 years at 4.4%. So I just took the 2.8 that you mentioned, estimated for the next 4 years, did the math on that. So if it was $88,960, that would cover the full increase for the next 4 years. But understand your amendments on, it's going to vote on, but just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that.
Mr. Bull, I don't know. Mr. Sanders, go ahead.
I would just like to keep these elected offices closer to each other. According to this sheet that Mr. Conahan handed out, both counties do that.
This speaks for the
Mr. Conahan.
I would add to that too. All three of these offices play a vital role in county government, and by giving the raise, I'm not sure when the term started, but I believe it was in 22.
Be clear on that. So Kelly's position is not set like we do with the other elected officials every 4 years. There's not a legislation that states it's set every time it's reelected. It's based on the board feels we would increase in there.
So historically, if I may, what we have done, is we have piggybacked on the election year to also address that position. So to Mr. Nelson's point, it's not set, it's just been historical practice of the board to say, oh, every 4 years. This year, and I think we talked about this in workshop, I think everybody was here if you were. This year, we overlooked that. We didn't, it just fell through the cracks for whatever reason, right? So, there is no set to say it's done every 4 years. We have always just done that as a bundle and taken all three positions and say we're doing it at the same time, right? So that's, I think we're kind of what Mr. Nelson's talking about for historical purposes, but there's no requirement to do that. It's just what we historically done. So we've set it for 4 years. So arguably, you are setting, if we continue with what we have done, our past practice, arguably whatever this does, is set that office for the next 4 years until the board revisits on the election cycle. Again.
Wouldn't it be the election cycle for that office?
It'd be 28.
Yeah. So then we would wait until 28.
Well, because
to make any sort of salary adjustment, since one was just given starting effective in 23.
If the board does that, and that's what I'm saying, this got slipped, this did not get done as historically it was done. So now we've created ourselves a little bit of an off cycle, so to speak. And we either continue with that off cycle, or we go back and say, well, we're going to set this as we typically historically have done it going forward. Right? So if that plays into how you figure amounts, it may play out in figure amounts, but doing it this way is historically different than what we've done, simply because, again, I don't think it was anything other than it just got missed, right? So, and I don't know if that plays into your calculations, but just historically. So I suppose you could do it either way. You could say, we'll take it up to the next election cycle here and then revisit, but if the next board, doesn't do that, then we're where we're at, right? Or you go back and say, well, we should have said it with everybody else, so we're just going to keep that in line and try and chunk it forward like we always do. And I don't think, it's up to the individual members to decide which way to do it, but I think if you're looking at timing, then it goes the two ways to look at time. Any other discussions? Mr. Turner?
No discussion. I just want to be certain, are we voting on a percentage or a dollar amount?
So what Mr. Conahan proposed, his amendment that we're discussing now, we had a motion on the floor to raise this $95,000. Mr. Conahan had proposed an amendment of 2.8%, and we converted that into a dollar figure. So 2.8% of the current salary, or actually, since the motion was for a dollar figure, Mr. Conahan converted that to a dollar figure and changed the raise instead of from $90,000 to $82,240, which is 2.8%. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we voted for $82,240.
Which is 2.8%.
Yeah.
To the next year. I didn't take that time, Mr. Conahan.
No, that would be to the end of the term. That's 82,240 would be to the end of the term.
So it's not he's not saying per year, he's saying a one-time adjustment of this amount that would carry until the end of the term. Is that correct, Mr. Conahan?
Yeah, because if I understand it correctly, the way that the $5,000 was given the last time, this would have been a 7240 raise over the course of the term. If I'm understanding it correctly, this is what I'm gathering. So, but and the reason I say that is the assessor is, I might need to be picking on the assessor, that's the one that's been brought up the most in discussions about this. Is that she went 4 years, or that office went 4 years, and then the raise ended up being $5,000 for those 4 years, the cost of living. And then the board approved an extra $5,000 for GIS overseeing. So it was a $10,000 raise, but it's set for 4 years. And I understand that that statute doesn't apply to either the assessor and or to the clerk of the court, but it just makes sense to keep. If the past board had done that, I think there was probably a reason, and I think it just makes sense to be consistent. So I'm in favor of setting it, but that's my personal opinion.
We have always historically, obviously Ms. Elias is sitting in the audience tonight, we've always historically allowed individuals to discuss. So I don't want to put you on the spot, but sure. I have a feeling you probably have comments you'd like to share. So sure. If you'd like to share, I have a feeling knowing you're prepared, and I mean that in a good way. So feel free to go ahead.
So at the, can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yep.
So at the workshop.
Workshop, yep.
So out of committee, it came out at, the motion was made for 95, it passed out of committee. I provided documents, and so a few years ago, I'll come close to you, Mr. Turner.
Thank you.
A few years ago, there's been new passage of laws called Clean Slate Act, and Mr. Leisman had asked how that was all going to play. Well, in addition to Clean Slate, there's automatic expungements now, and they're going to go back, or they are going back, and it is in effect, back until 1970. So we have to go back from current day all the way back to 1970 and expunge a bunch of records. Unfortunately, our state legislators put the burden on the county. It's another unfunded mandate, unfortunately. That's how Clean Slate is. Every time the legislator goes into session, we get dumped on. Every time. Right or wrong, indifferent, that's the way it is. Yes, that is not the way it was when I took office, but that's the way it is. And Mr. Conahan had made a comment, and I just wanted to clarify something. I know you've got UCCI numbers. Those aren't accurate. I just had CDC training today and discussing with clerks, a lot of them, because a lot of counties are doing their budgets now, they're working ahead. And Woodford County just went up to, I believe it was, which is in our circuit too, by the way. I have it there, let me look. 111,891. The numbers I provided to you before were, I don't know, what was she, 77 or something? I don't know. 81, yeah. So she's going up to the 111 mark. Piatt County went up to the one, and I don't have that paperwork that I provided to you guys every night. They're going up to 139. And like I said, I'm going to grab a couple. Montgomery County, Piatt is just under a population. Montgomery County is just over our population. And he went up to 95. So those were just kind of comparables. So a lot of the boards are seeing that they've kept us under. I know you don't think that, but we've been under the wage area for a long time. And I appreciate your comments and the amendment. I kind of understand what you're trying to do, but my question is, are you saying for the end of my term or the fiscal year? What are you, is it 2.8 is what you're proposing? Is that for a 1 year or is that for 2 years?
2 years.
Okay, so that's less than what we give our employees. So I just want to make that clear. We don't get vacation time. We don't earn sick time. And now you're coming to me with a 2.8 for 2 years. And the last time it was changed was December 1 of 23. So just kind of put it in perspective. There's been a lot of duties, as I've laid out to you, I think quite well. If there's any questions on that, I'll be happy to answer it. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe a gentleman here pointed out at the last meeting, that was only like figuring on a 40-hour work week. At the 95, it's like $4.69 more an hour is all it's requesting. So, but anyway, I do appreciate your time and your consideration. I understand your concerns, but I certainly hope you understand. I certainly hope you understand the responsibilities of whoever's in this position. They're quite large, actually, and they keep increasing. So, thank you. Is there anything I can answer for anybody? I'll be happy to do so.
Any other discussion? Mr. Nelson?
Yeah, just to clarify a few things for the tax assessor. That's not an elected official, that's an appointment, so the board sets that through the appointment for every 4 years. I know we're kind of off track with the circuit clerk's salary, and then looking back the past 3 years, which is correct, none of the elected officials do receive any of the pay increases that we set every year, or the COLA increases. So with that, I would like to make a motion to amend the current amendment to set the circuit clerk's salary at $86,000 for the remaining of the current term. That does, I'll wait for a second.
Is there a second on that amendment? Mr. Coolman, second to that amendment. Mr. Nelson.
I think that's fair for the next 2 years. This includes the past 3 years that the COLA increase was not applied, and it's also set for the next 2 years what that COLA may be. And based on the average, I think that's fair to set it now until the end of that term, and then obviously we'll revisit. I know there's also potential legislation coming through that would set it similar to what we do for the state attorney, sheriff's office, and public defender, and get reimbursed from the state. So I think that makes up for that difference and gives us enough time to figure out that the legislation is going to come through similar to what we're working with now with the state.
And just so I understand, that 86,000 was to the end of 2027? 28. So election year 28.
So that would be pretty close to the cost of living increase done each year.
Over the next 2 years, and what was not received in the past 2 years, so I just kind of took an average. That number came up to 6,000. Right now, it's 15.8, roughly off 80,000, which is $2,240. So the next 2 years, we're roughly close to 5,000. And then I just rounded up to 6,000 because the past 3 years it wasn't no COLA increases since the last increase. So it kind of just evens it out and gives it that average. And then 2028, we reevaluate and determine what the state does with the legislation changes on the circuit court's pay, or we bring back on the board and make a decision then if we want to do any further increases or not.
Any other discussion on Mr. Nelson's amendment? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? All right, so just to be clear, we're voting on an amendment to change the initial motion to $86,000 through 2028. All right,
Mr. Nelson?
yes.
Mr. Leisman?
Yes.
Mr. Coolman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
No.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
No.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
No. All right, so now this would be to approve, the motion to approve the circuit clerk's compensation. And now that we have the amendment, instead of 95,000, it will be as amended, 86,000, set until 2028. So that's the overarching motion as amended. Any other discussions on that motion? Any other discussions of the amendment? Any other discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Coolman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
No.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Leisman?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders? Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
No. Right, motion passes. You're up, Mr. Corbin, on number 5.
Item 5, motion to approve letter of agency for Seneca Risk Management.
Second by Mr. Nelson. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All right, seeing none?
Mr. Coolman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes. Moving on, Mr. Coolman.
Item 6 already taken care of. Item 7, motion to approve county insurance RFP.
All right, is there a second? Mr. Conahan, any discussion? Any discussions on the motion? Any discussion? All right, seeing none?
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes. Mr. Coolman,
Item 8, last item, motion to approve Logan County Fair advertising.
is there a second on the motion? Mr. Conahan, any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Mr. Conahan?
Coming out of community benefit fund, right?
I know that was, is it? All right, it's come out, soon, but,
That's why I assumed it was.
right.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, very good. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none?
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower? Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman? Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westbecker?
Anything else, Mr. Coolman?
That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, the one thing I will note, sorry, I was talking, we'll get a resolution put together that effectively the salary increases at 6,000 for, based on our vote for Ms. Elias's office. So we were just chatting about that, so sorry I said it off there for a minute, but we have got to make, we'll get a resolution put together, so we'll reflect our vote this evening. Mr. Canower, safe. All right, Mr. Westbeck, Transportation, you want a microphone?
Okay, the first motion will be to approve intergovernmental agreement with the Village Dog Park for culvert project on County Highway 11. The project will involve some work in the village right.
Second on the motion, Mr. Conley. Any discussion? Discussion on the motion. Any discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman? Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes. Mr. Westbeck.
Second motion is to approve an intergovernmental agreement with the Village of Broadwell for the installation of no soliciting signs along County Highway 12.
Is there a second? Mr. Turner, any discussion? Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Third motion is to hire Hanson Engineering to do a tree-height study along Airport Road with effect runways 14 to 21.
Okay, so second on the motion, Mr. Canower, Mr. Westbeck, do you have an amendment?
The amendment would be the study would be up to $5,000.
All right, is there a second on the amendment? Mr. Conahan, any discussion on the amendment? Studies up to 5,000, any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All right, on the amendment?
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes. So on the overall motion as amended for the tree height study, as amended up to $5,000, any discussion on the overall motion as amended? Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All right, seeing none?
Mr. Westbecker?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes. Anything else for transportation, Mr. Westbeck?
I don't have any other motions, I just wanted to give a little update where we are with public transportation.
Sure.
We had a meeting earlier in the year, public meeting, and some things that came out of that, so we've been working on those, things we can. Starting July 1st, the new year starts, and I've been informed, I think we got all the paperwork signed, and the grants are in, so we're good there. We've got a couple of reports we have to file this month yet, for June, and then the end of the year report, so we'll get those. A couple things we're looking at onto, we're looking at for the daily route, we're looking at a stop for Hope on 5th, and senior class out by the hospital, where they'll do the hourly pickups. And then we're also looking at having special dedicated days for a couple of food pantries in town. It'll be a type of thing where they can still go the daily route when the food pantry's open, but then they have to follow that route and get back home. These will be dedicated, you'll have to call in, schedule it. They'll pick you up, take you to the food pantry, get the food, and take you back home. So we're looking at 3 possible days there. And then we're also having meetings with the hospital out here. Talked about some early morning things, pick up after hours, we're trying to work on. And so we're going to have another meeting down the road. And we've been working on this for a while, so try to meet some training needs for the community has.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. Anything else for Mr. All right, very good. All right, on to zoning and economic development, Mr. Turner.
Motion to approve next wave of letters of support for the Minor Mine grant in September.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Conahan? For those of you that weren't at workshop, so we've done support letters for Fiber Mine grant in the past. This will just allow us to keep pushing those out to any community group that applies the second time around the grant renewal. So I think, the county board tried before, we lost the grant, but I know the sheriff's office was successful. I know Williamsville High School, I believe, Williamsville School District's been successful. So there's a lot of folks. Highway Department, Highway Department. Lincoln Rule's got one. Very good, thank you. So this will just be as they continue to apply for grants, we're going to continue to write letters of support. So any other discussion? Discussion? All right, seeing none.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Knauer?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Westbrook?
Yes.
You're up, Mr. Turner.
Motion to approve Logan County as sponsor organization for ITEP application and to give Coon and Travel authorization to approve.
Is there a second on the motion? Mr. Knauer? Any discussion? Mr. Leesman?
So, allowing a third party to approve if they get accepted, is that what we're saying in this particular motion?
Yes.
I would clearly disagree with having, I'm fine with them seeing if we can get the funding and grant, but we're on the hook for an awful lot if it does actually happen. I'd like them to provide that report back, and then the board vote separately to approve or not approve it. That's how I would recommend we do this. So that gives them the ability to go and file for it, and then give us the results of if they got it or not, and what that looks like, so we understand specifically what the county, as the sponsor, is going to be on the hook for, which could be a lot. I'm going to make sure we're well understanding what that number is.
So I think, Mr. Leesman, I think the request is to use our EIN to put an application in. I wasn't finished, but go ahead. No, that's right, go ahead.
Maybe approve is the wrong word. Maybe amended to say start the application. Because what you really want is for me to come back before I submit the application, so you know what you're on the hook for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just amend it to allow Coon Trouble to start the application. I think it's perfect.
And fair. I will say that I think I'll say my hang up with this is similar to your vein, but in a different way. The gentleman, I asked you some very pointed questions in the workshop. So to give a third party the county's EIN to go apply for a grant without some sort of memorandum of understanding or agreement or something written that's been looked at by our state's attorney that provides the indemnification or lines out responsibilities causes me personally heartburn to do that. I don't know, maybe this is commonplace, maybe a lot of other folks do that. I don't know the agreements they have in place. I was going to try and talk to Penny, and it's on me. I did not get to the treasurer because mechanically I don't know how that operates. I don't know how we go and give a third party our EIN and say, put it on the application, go forward. So that's my recommendation before anything is submitted. So if there is a step before that happens, sequentially that doesn't need, a county signature or EIN, then possibly that's the next step we take. But I personally hesitate for the reasons I just stated. So, yes, ma'am.
I think when at the committee or the workshop, I left here with the understanding that we would tonight just discuss and approve the support of being just the sponsor. And before anything was submitted or any button, we would have to have the board's approval and authority of whether or not the board's comfortable moving forward based on all of the information that we would receive out of the application process, meaning what the grant match would be. So whatever the gap is in the project that the state would support, that the county would have to come up with, you would know that prior to submission. So if it would make more sense to maybe amend this ordinance tonight, the motion tonight, so that it would be allowing Kuhn Trillo to be the sponsor to process the application, and prior to any submission or just pushing a button, the board would have to approve that as phase 2 or step 2 of this project or process. So that it's not committing the board to anything, and we don't want to do that. That is not the intent here. It is just to allow us as Kuhn Trillo and myself to get into the portal to see what opportunities are out there for Logan County in order to pursue this bike trail. I totally understand what you mean, that you do not want to subject future boards or yourself to funds that you don't have available. I totally understand that, and nor would I ever ask you to be in a position like that. So if it would make sense tonight, could I make the suggestion that you consider amending the motion so that it reads to allow Kuhn Trillo to use Logan County as the sponsor, but does not give them the authority to submit the application until the board comes back. Here's what the outcome of the process is for the board to make the decision whether or not you want to move forward.
I'm going to ask just because, so what does the term sponsor mean? What does that obligate the county?
So it obligates the county, it obligates you to allowing Kuhn Trillo to use your SAM identification and your EIN to be that you are the project owner, but you're giving Kuhn Trillo like grant writing authority for you, but they can't make a decision until you say it's okay.
Right, and I appreciate that. So if you listen to my comment was to authorize somebody to use the board. My own personal, I don't know what the individual members will be, but my concerns I expressed and as you heard it was just exactly point number 1. So I wrote down sponsor, and I wrote down 5 points, and the first one is allow me to use my EIN, which is my tax ID number. So I don't know how that works with the treasurer's office. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to investigate that. I know that to me, that authorization, personally, as an individual board member, bothers me. Whether it bothers the rest of the members or not, I don't know. But so that's why, with the sponsorship, when you say sponsorship, that's why I asked that question. Because that is without something that says, I specifically am doing this, you're specifically doing that, I allow you to use my EIN, but that also means this and this and this. I don't see that written somewhere. So again, as an individual board member, that causes me concern, which is why
may I ask, Kevin,
Go ahead.
is this an issue that you have addressed in the past when you were working with other?
Yeah, there's a form where you'll have to appoint us as the applicant. The county would be the sponsor, and county personnel could do it, could go for the grant application, they can do it if they want. Generally, the municipalities and counties don't have the time to do that, so someone else will come in and they'll designate them as the applicant. So we're just doing all the administrative stuff on the county's behalf. But there will be a disclaimer that you have to tell them. You will have to appoint us as your applicant.
Mr. Conlon, I'm sorry, I just hand up the lip, sorry.
I apologize. Is there like a time frame? I mean, if this got tabled and a form was drafted or a proposal was drafted and then sent to the state's attorney for him to review, make sure, and we got clarification from the treasurer's office, she's okay with it and the state's attorney's okay with it, and then, but is there like a deadline that you have to have?
It opens August 1st and then closes in the middle of October. But I mean, we have time if you want to do that.
I don't know, maybe it's spoken with the state's attorney about this.
Mr. Howey was at the board meeting, and he had suggested that I communicate with the treasurer, which I just haven't had a chance to do on Friday. So I think it may be worth depending what the individual members say or how we vote, but it's possibly part of that package. Mr. Canal.
I just wanted to ask, and I apologize because I know I've been to meetings, but I just don't remember. Did you guys pay them for the sanctimony portion of this? Is that good?
We did the Williamsville to Sherman.
That's what I meant, again, just, okay. So you guys have been already been through that process on that one, or you would be doing it at the same time?
No, we've already done that one. We're actually currently working with Sangamon County to go out of Centennial Park and continue theirs on the south. And I can find that form, you know. I should have done that, I suppose. I didn't realize that was an issue. I could try and find that form and supply it, and your attorney can look at it and say, yeah, this is good or bad. I mean, the state's the one who made the form.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Mr. Leeson?
Make a motion to table this to the next board meeting for further information.
Second on that motion. Mr. Sanders? Got a motion to table this until the next board meeting. Any discussion on that? Any discussion? Mr. Cool?
Would it help if we changed it to just prepare the application? Does that help you at all?
If you'll vote, it doesn't matter to me. If you guys vote on it or you want to push it to next month, it's fine.
Since August.
It opens August 1st. I'm not ready to submit on August 1st. So. Okay.
The reason I was, based on your comments, the reason I was delaying that is that you can get the state's attorney review, we can have an MOU if necessary, and then we know exactly the right language to be modified, and then we'll obviously, if not, really we didn't miss any deadlines that are pending. It still gives enough time to see what that would actually look like.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? All right, on tabling this until next board.
Mr. Leesman?
Yes.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Mr. Canower?
Yes.
Mr. Conahan?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Turner?
Yes.
Mr. Westberger?
Yes. I think it would be helpful. I think it'd be helpful to see a draft or packet of what you were going to submit. So if you can get that to Mr. Turner, drop off the board office, get the PDF to myself. I'll get that to the state's attorney, and I will, commit to speaking with the treasurer at some point this week to say how does this work? What are the have to do, what do we have to do for, grants, just to make sure that we feel comfortable with everything going forward.
I mean,
All right, perfect. And then, we'll go. Unless there's anything else individual members would like to see. All right. Good, you're on the agenda. Anything else, Mr. Turner, from zoning and economic development?
No.
Mr. Green, do you have anything from the zoning office that's worth sharing, that's not worth sharing?
Not anything formal and finalized yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have nothing for chair's report. Any other announcements or discussion? Yes, Mr. Nelson.
First, I just wanted to recognize all the elected officials that opened up the courthouse on the third Friday in celebration of the 250th Independence Day. So appreciate all the officials here in the courthouse that put this together. The public, there's a lot of positive feedback on that. So hopefully we think that's something we can continue as a third Friday option going forward. Secondly, I just wanted to clear up some information that was posted on Facebook that was untrue. The first one was that I have never talked to Brad, the state's attorney, about the moratorium, or was I aware that the moratorium was invalid based on the not following the policy and procedure of the ordinance. That all came to the board at the same time, that ruling that it was invalid by our state's attorney through email with all the board members on June 16th and then verbally on June 18th. The only thing I was ever aware of, which was shared with the board members and Logan County Indivisible, was after the 12-month moratorium that did pass by the board, there was an unofficial challenge of that violated OMA. I talked to the chair, so the board members aware of it. The decision was, if someone felt there was an OMA violation, they could file with the Attorney General. We'd let the Attorney General decide. As far as I know, that complaint has never been filed, and that was the only challenge, in my understanding, on the moratorium. And so, like I said, Brad sent an email following Adate's legal challenge on the 16th. Also, to clarify, when I met with public, citizens of the public that were supporting the data center, the moratorium was never spoken of. It was only discussion on tax revenue and the ordinance itself, and I'm more than willing to ask all those individuals to sign a sworn statement stating that the moratorium was never discussed in that meeting. And I know people are calling it a secret meeting, but to clarify, I've also met with some of the people that are opposed to the data center and talked outside the courthouse. Individuals wanted to speak about the data center itself, so I met with them. There was no secret meeting. There was no different than the phone calls I received from individuals wanting to talk about the data center or that opposed it in my talk list. So I just want to clear off all that posting by a Logan County Indivisible on July 1st that half the board members claimed they were not aware of the moratorium was invalid is a lie. There's email and there's executive session proven on June 16th and 18th. They were all aware the moratorium was invalid. That's all I have.
Anything else? Pretty good with that. All right. Seeing none, entertain motion to adjourn. Mr. Nelson, second by Mr. Cunningham, all in favor? All opposed? All right, very good. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Kelly.
Yep. That's why you know what I didn't realize that was